Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Hello everybody, welcome along to AOR Apex Online Racing. Today we're at Sochi for the Russian Grand Prix round 16 of the Season 5 calendar for Oceania. With the championship already over, there's still one more thing to decide, which is the Constructors' Championship, where Ferrari can finish it off here, but we'll talk about that later because we're still doing a bit of maths. But despite it being quite wide, Sochi is actually a street circuit built around the Olympic Park and has been held here 8 times. It's known for only having Mercedes winning all the races and for time penalties with the corner cutting. So let's have a look at the track. Sochi is 5.8 kilometers long with 19 turns, 7 to the left with 12 to the right, with 2 DRS zones for overtaking, one on the start finish straight and another after turn 11. 3 car powder tyres available as always, the softs, mediums and the hards, where strategy should be from softs to mediums. Tyre degradation isn't actually that bad. And yeah, we're looking for an exciting race. It's dry as always, so nothing to worry about with the inters. So my name's AOR Charlie, and I'll be bringing you the live coverage of the AOR Russian Grand Prix for Oceania. And joining me in the comment box today, once again, is Jess. Welcome back, Jess.
Hello Charlie, it's good to be back, and it was great to see New Zealand Ryan take the title last week in Marina Bay. A quite dominant one, to be fair, and he was one of 2 titles that were crowned in AOR last week, so he's made history. But he can make double tonight by clinching the Constructors' title. If Ryan wins today, then the championship could be sealed for Ferrari today. So Haas need to get their butts in gear if they want to outscore Ferrari tonight.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the current standings then. So obviously Ryan has won the championship with 366 points. Look at that C right next to his name. Isn't that satisfying? Just a little bit bolder than everyone else, but yeah, I mean, it's safe to say he's had a great season and just needs to enjoy it from here on to Abu Dhabi. Help his teammate out with the Constructors, as Alan is in P2 with 190 points to his name. Warden in 3rd, that lucky person in 4th. Promised to win in 5th with 77 points, which is joint points with Is That Matt. And I'm Deathblow in 7th with 72 points. So again, the midfield is still very close. Master Berserk in 8th, Top Banter 9th, and Derek in 10th. In 11th is VSR Roscoe with 26 points. The Butler in 12th with 24 points. Bazooka in 13th with 9 points. Common Straight with 2 points. Icar was with 1 point, and Icarus still with any points yet to score. Looking at the Constructors so far with 454 points and Haas with 190 points. So you can see it's a big gap to say the least. But at the moment, literally right now, I'm just looking at, well, a few guys are helping me with the maths. So there's a bit of is that right? Is that wrong? But yeah, we'll calculate it during the race actually goes ahead, because it depends on where everyone else finishes. So if apparently at the moment, if Ryan wins, then it should be Ferrari taking home the Constructors, but again, it's not completely certain, so we'll get into that later on. So Haas with 190 points, McLaren in 3rd, Toro Rosso in 4th, Mercedes in 5th, Alfa Romeo in 6th. And the gap between Racing Point and Red are only 2 points, so those guys are in a close battle there. Red Bull in 9th with 67, and Williams in 10th with 3 points. So let's go to the track for qualifying, and there's 15 drivers on the grid. We've got about 13 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the session. Ryan's just gone purple with a 31.9. Top Banter in second with a 31.0, only 1/10 behind the champion New Zealand Ryan so far. But yeah, so Icarus and Alan have to be on top form today because they need to try and defend, get back there. Well, not really get back, but try and stay in the championship constructors fight. Icarus yet to score any points this season. It's going to be quite hard for him to try and help his teammate, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see how he does. Maybe today he's just an absolute beast around Russia. But strategy, softs to mediums, mediums to softs. Side organization, like I said, not too bad. So Jess, who do you reckon is going to take pole? I mean, 30 minutes left to go. It's just a complete shot in the dark again.
Yes, because last week I remember in Singapore, which was quite a good race to be fair. I predicted Alan to get pole, and then New Zealand Ryan is going to got poles. But I think, I don't know, because Ryan may not go. Even though Ryan's won the title already, he still wants to make sure he wants to top step in pretty much the rest of the races this season, or the podium, to help the constructors out. So I think due to the fact that he wants to win the constructors, I think he's going to get pole. Saying that, probably someone else will get pole now. But yeah, I'm going to go for New Zealand Ryan. I know it's a bit boring to say that, but he's just on top form so far this season just to beat that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's just done a good job. I really can't say enough, but yeah. We've got 6 rounds left, and he's basically already won the... Oh, there's a Mercedes little kerfuffle there in the Mercedes box there. Nearly hit Ryan and the Ferrari there. Look at that. One thing that I want to bring to F1, ask for F1 2020 is if you're running out of time, go to the pit box, and it's like a pit stop. Because have you had that kind of moment there, Jess, when you're just going into the pit lane and you're begging your garage to go because you're going to be running out of time?
Yes.
I just really had that pit stop there because I've seen it in the past. We saw Fernando Alonso in Silverstone 2017, I think it was. It was 2017 or 2018, one of those two, where he came out on the dries in Q1 and took P1 in Q1. So yeah, I mean, I just wish that was
this year at one point.
Yeah. That's a good point, yeah. So I just wish that they could bring that in to F1 2020. But anyway, let's go on board with a driver to take us around a lap of Sochi. So it looks like Kairos is going to be starting a lap here. Jess, if you want to take us on board with a lap of him.
Right, Kairos, yes he is. So he's going to start by going into turn 1, which is the first DRS straight of the track. Then he's going to brake just here, just for the 100-meter board here, and he's going to go down to second gear, and then excuse me, my voice is going in, and clinch the curb a little bit, and he's got some traffic there, but that's probably going to help him a little bit as he goes into turn 3. We've seen a few incidents in the past where a few drivers have either been caught out in qualifying or at the race and then approaching, I can't remember what turn number it is, but there we go. Now to the left-hand side, he's balancing his ERS, not too bad at the moment. He's got enough, I think, to make it through the lap. And then he's got a couple of corners to go before he reaches the next DRS straight, so he's warming up just a little bit. He's going to go to 6th, 7th. You only need to go down to 4th or maybe 3rd around here to get the power in, probably 4th if you want to get the DRS right. So he gets it very quickly there. He goes to the right hand side yet again, and then he's going to flip it over to, well, not flip, you know, when we put it to the left for the next turn in onto the last part of sector 3. And he's got to always got to rely on this just pure pace around eggs. There's no DRS straight until the start of the track then, and you just pass in the pit box there, and it's looking not too bad, but it's not going to be enough, I think, to get pole, because obviously pole's for 130.9, but he's going to improve anyway. 134.9, that puts him P10 at the moment, so he's got a lot of work to do. And speaking of which, I haven't seen this driver at all in Oceania, or it might have changed his name, all we know. We have Lockster in the Renault. Have you seen him before?
I recognise him. Where did I recognise him from?
Don't say the league.
He has raced. I'm pretty sure he has raced once. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, he's coming through sector 2 anyway. So yeah, we can keep an eye on him, I guess. I think he's actually on an outlap or an in-lap, one of those two. But I've got a bit of news. So, just need to get ready for this one. Haas need to win. So one of the Haas drivers need to win this race.
So
Otherwise, Ferrari win. So, yeah. That's really it, I guess.
So Alan then.
Actually, no, that's wrong. They need a 1-2. They need a 1-2, otherwise Ferrari will just win based on points remaining. So
Icarus needs to pick
be
up
hard.
the pace. Yeah, it's going to be hard because I haven't seen him in the top 5. I've only seen him. Obviously, he's got a few points, but yeah, he's got a lot of work to do. But we've seen a few surprises in Oceania, so if he's got a job to do, I'm sure he's going to do it. So it's going to be easy for a Ferrari today, as long as Ferrari don't retire. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Owens for helping me with that one. So there's your little gift, I guess. I mean, it's probably not a really good gift, but that's all I can do at this moment. Anyway, 7 minutes 30 left to go in the qualifying session. And who else have we got? We've got Laggy Person, so the other Ferrari that should be trying to help his teammate today, coming into turn, what turn is that? That is turn 14, heading towards turn 15 here. Oh, dear. Okay, no, I was like, excuse me. It looked like he just lost the car for me, but I was complete lag going into turn 16, heading into the final 2 corners, both 90-degree angles here. So quite hard to get right. Takes it in third gear for the turn again, short shifting up to 4 through the final corner. Takes it in third, nice and early on the power, up to the line. P5 for that Laggy Person with a 131.8 as Warden now takes pole position, provisional pole, sorry, with a 30.8, 1/10 clear of New Zealand Ryan. So that's a good qualifying lap from him. Who else have we got? I think we've got Top Banter, who looks to be on a... Actually, no, is Alan on a lap? It says he's on an out lap, but he's got low ERS, so he might actually be going on a lap as he goes into the penultimate corner, heading into the final corner. So Alan really needs to basically win this race and just hope Icarus could get on the front row, as Alan now takes a provisional pole with a 30.7. So there's 1/10 clear of Warden and then 2/10 clear of Ryan, so that's a good lap time from him. Top Banter is on a lap as well, coming into the penultimate corner too. His teammate Deathboat is just behind him, but he's not on a lap. Top Banter coming across the line now, and now he takes P2 off Warden, drops Ryan down into 4th, so it's a 30.7 from Top Banter. Those two are very close on the front row. And where is Icarus? Let's go on board with Icarus here as he's coming into... what turn is that? That looks to be... is that turn 7? That is turn 7 into turn 8. And this bit here, right here, is actually turn 9. And going into turn 10, getting ready to open his DRS. Using all the ERS possible. Going a little bit wide on the track. DRS enabled now. So he's coming in 30th with 34.5. 1/10 improvement will see him up into P12, and about a second improvement will see him up into P11. So yeah, he's going to have to improve by quite a bit. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him as that Lockster in the Renault. It is Lockster in the Renault, so maybe a little bit of slipstream, but a bit of dirty air as well as he's drifting through that corner. That's one way to do it. So as he goes through turn 16 into turn 17, the penultimate corner. All these drivers are on the soft compound tyres at the moment, so that's quite interesting to see for strategy. Across the line now as he actually goes up into P12 with a 34.2. So 5 minutes left to go in the session. Looks like everyone is going on the softs at the moment, Jess, and no one thinking about the mediums at the moment. So everyone could be going for the same strategy, maybe apart from the bottom 11, but we'll see them doing different strategies later on. So it looks like everyone is going to be pitting at around the same time. Do you have any idea what the same time would be, Jess? Pit window?
I would say lap 9-10. I don't know. I haven't raced on this track in pretty much absolutely ages, so I can't remember on the top of my head. But I think it's around about then. I'm quite sure that Warden's on the softs, because usually he's the one that goes for the alternate strategy. Now he went on the hards in Singapore last week. And he did amazing. He went from 12th, and I think he finished 4th or 3rd. I can't remember where he finished, but it was in the top 5 region, and he did a pretty good job. But I'm guessing he wants more glory today. I guess he wants more points, because McLaren are 3rd in the constructors at the moment. Not far. Well, I think about 60-something points behind Haas, and then we've got Toro Rosso behind. So I think McLaren want to be best of the rest, just like... real life, obviously, so McLaren is trying their best at least. And we may see a shake up the order towards the end, and it is going to be critical today, Charlie, because Russia track limits is a bit strict around here, I reckon. So we may see a lot of penalties, and we can see the race probably be decided on penalties alone if they're not careful, because sometimes they get penalties on the smallest margin around here, so there's literally no room for error.
Yeah, for our, what am I talking about? Russia is very well known for corner cutting. Myself, I'm pretty sure I've been disqualified racing around here, so yeah.
I got one penalty around
here.
here.
That's quite impressive, actually. I mean, I'd say the average is about 6 or 9 seconds worth of, not 9 penalties, but not 6, 9 seconds worth of penalties. So yeah, if you escape this race without any penalties, it's going to be quite a good achievement. Just 3 seconds worth could actually chuck you up a few positions as well. So it's not going to be the end of the world if you're quite far behind. It's just going to be down to just consistency. And I guess, like you said, Jess, penalties is probably going to be the way to go towards the end of the Grand Prix. We'll make sure to check that out. So 2 minutes 20 now left in the session, and apparently it is Lockster's first race. I'm pretty sure I recognise his name, but either way, he's going to be trying to get himself up the order. He's currently on an out lap anyway, going into the final corner, getting ready to start his lap. And here we go across the line, and this is quite a long straight here. I mean, actually, this is technically turn 1, and he's approaching turn 2. A few people say that's turn 1 and 2. I think, I'm not too sure, but
let me check the map. Let me check the maps. I've got the map right in front of me, the official F1 one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The top of the straight is turn 2, and then coming up here is turn 3.
Okay, so I mean, on my map it says it's turn 2, but there's so many different maps to go. It's just like, what other tracks are there which is a little bit controversial with corners? I think
USA.
Yeah, USA is a good one.
I'm trying to think of something else.
I mean, there's loads of tracks which have different corner. Austria is a good one as well.
I think quite a lot on this game, to be honest, Charlie.
Yeah.
I think more than last game, to be fair. So
it's quite controversial anyway. But going on board with Lockster, he's going to be having a little bit of trouble. There's a lot of drivers ahead of him here, just getting ready to start their fastest lap. And look at that, he's passed. I think that was 3 drivers on one straight there. So as he comes into the corner, he's actually put into zero. Is
he on his out lap though?
Mode. He was on a lap at the start, so I'm guessing
right.
he's just backed off and he's going to start one again. So anyway, 45 seconds left to go in qualifying. Who started a lap time? I'm Deathblow started his lap time as he comes into on my map turn 4, and Top Banter's going to start his lap time too. Ryan has got Master Berserker ahead of him. Those two are getting ready to start their lap too. 30 seconds left to go in the session. Alan Hugo, sorry, Alan. Okay.
It used to be Alan Hugo, for those of you that don't know, because they made.
I got saying just Alan, but now I'm somehow gone back to Alan Hugo. But anyway, he's going into the penultimate corner to start his lap time there. He's got around 10 seconds left to go. He's going to be close to the guys behind him. 10 seconds as he crosses the line. Ryan is going to cross with 6 seconds left to go. Berserk will cross now. Where's Warden? Warden crosses just in time too. So these guys are actually quite close. Who's behind Warden? That looks like a Red Bull of I think that's the Butler. Yeah, the Butler's right behind Warden here. So those two
and his teammate
are going to be struggling, and yeah, his teammate is just ahead of him too. So yeah, it's going to be quite a close finish to the end of the qualifying session. Top Banter's actually backed out of his qualifying lap, so he can't improve on that. He's just letting a few drivers through. Who else is coming across the line? Top Banter. Sorry, I'm Deathblow across the line. 131.1. So he can't really get himself up the order anymore. Who else is
Bazooka's going to cross the line now, so he's gonna he's improved P10, so at the moment he's gonna be starting on the sauce. Lockster, he's going past Alan's
actually backed out, so there's a few drivers that can actually take this. Warden's got Master Berserker ahead of him, so he could actually be getting a little bit of slipstream. Is Berserker to let Warden through? He's going, and he is. Have a good advantage here. Ryan is just ahead of Warden, and I think that Laggy person's crossed the line with a 131.2, so now he's in 6th. So all eyes on Ryan actually as he comes through the final few corners. That was turn 16 heading into turn 17, the final two 90-degree corners. Can Ryan try and take pole position off Alan and get himself up the order? He can't. It's only P4. What about Warden? It's only P3 for Warden. So Alan looks to be taking pole position. Master across the line, he won't be able to improve. So Alan is going to take pole position here at Sochi, Jess, and it's a good start to his try and just campaign to try and keep Haas in the Constructors' Championship. But where Icarus is, where is he? He's in
last, I think.
Oh yeah, he's last. So yeah, that's gonna be a struggle for those guys to try and keep it. But look at that, the gap between Alan and Ryan, less than a tenth separates from P1 to P4. So that is again quite impressive around a track like Sochi. But I'm Deathboy in P5, Like Person in 6th, Venom in 7 miles per second, 8th, Roscoe I'm 9th, and Balo in 10th. So all of those guys starting on the soft. We've got Bazooka, Lockstar, Ikaros, Common Straight, and Icarus all in the bottom 10. So those guys will probably be starting on a different tyre compound. Maybe Icarus could be starting on the mediums and take them all to the end. Well, not to the end, but they're going on to the soft later on to try and get himself up the order. But before we go to the main race action, here's a quick little video from our sponsor, Hype Energy. Welcome to the grids for round 16, the Russian Grand Prix. And looking at the sky, we always like looking at the sky in AOR because we just want to see a bit of rain. But I think this is going to be the closest we're going to get in probably the foreseeable future, because AOR Oceania is known for having no rain at all. But it looks to be quite cloudy. It is going to be overcast, so probably, well, it says there's going to be no rain, but who knows? Maybe it's going to chuck in a bit of rain for us. But yeah, this is going to be Haas's time to try and get back in the Constructors' Championship. It needs to be a 1-2 from Haas. Alan is in first, so it's going to be a little bit easier for him to keep first than Icarus to get up into P2 because he's starting last. So it's going to be quite a journey for these guys to keep themselves in the championship. Ryan basically needs to come second and higher to bring home the Constructors' Championship as well. Like a person can try and get involved too. But yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting Grand Prix. Warden's going to be stuck in there too, trying to keep the Ferrari boys away from their Constructors' Championship. As we're just waiting on a few drivers to ready up. We've got Top Banter, Laggy Person, Ryan just looking at their strategy, maybe tweaking a few stuff with their a few things with their setups. Only a few things, because obviously Parc Ferme means he cannot change the I think it's the front wing. It's one of the wings. You can change one of the wings, but actually no, you can change a little bit of the front wing, but not a lot of the front wing. Yeah, and then you can't change any of the suspension. You can't change any of the brakes apart from brake bias. But yeah, I mean, we're still waiting on these guys, which is starting to get a little bit concerning. And there we go, migrating host. So it's a restart. Wonderful. What is going on? Who's driving around? Oh, Top Banter's driving around, and he's out of the session. He's lost his tyre. I mean, okay. It looks like Top Banter's actually still in the race despite him losing a tyre. So that's quite interesting too. And there is 3 drivers on the grid who's going to start the formation up. I'm not so sure if you're seeing this, Jess. No. Okay, that's fine. Wow, leave 2. So, guessing we just go to the normal screen then, and we're just going to wait for the race to start. So again, AOR podcast, welcome back. Last time we had an AOR podcast, it must have been. I can't remember either. It wasn't actually that long ago. I think. Oh, when was it? Oh no, I know this as well. I know this. Oh, it definitely was this season. We've had a few AOR podcasts. Yeah. I can't remember. Oh well. Don't really know what else we can talk about, to be honest, because we've talked a lot about strategy is basically going to be from soft mediums. We've talked about that. We didn't actually have a look at the tire compounds from the bottom 11, so that could be quite interesting. Everyone has to start on exactly the same compound tire that they started on in the top 10. Anyone who doesn't do that, it's going to be a nice tasty black flag there from the stewards. Also disqualification to get things. Yeah. I hope everyone starts with the same compound tire anyway. I think the bottom 10 can actually do whatever they want. So if they actually start on the mediums, they can opt to go on the softs if they want to. But yeah, I think that's the rule anyway. I mean, that's what I've been doing. So yeah.
And I just realised my mic was muted on the stream. Oops.
For how long?
2 minutes.
Okay, that's not that bad. And we're basically restarting anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah. Sorry about that. And I've just got an invite. I think 2 people sent me an invite, so we're good to go. Now I'm trying to get stats from the season just to see how Ryan has been so consistent all season, and where others probably faltered. Cause I'm trying to remember which race he actually lost. It was Baku. I know it was Baku, and it was Germany as well. And Warden and Allen has won a race this season, apart from Ryan. So yeah, and there's statistics here. I'll have a look. So there's only 3 different winners, and interestingly, Charlie, only 3 different pole sitters.
Coincidence.
Well. Yeah, probably the same. I don't know, but I'm just also we're just giving things stuff to start the point, and to show how dominant he really is. The average points Ryan has scored per race, 24.4.
Jesus Christ, 24.4.
Yeah.
And God.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats on the AOR website, and obviously Ryan's attended. I think Ryan's the only person who's attended every single race and finished every single race. There was Deathbro who attended every single race, but has only finished 9 of them. So I think Ryan is turning into a Lewis Hamilton in a way. Because to think about, it's his best season yet. His lowest finish is P2.
Wow, I mean that's just saying something, really.
And there we go. We're about to start the lobby. That was good timing.
Nice. Oh, excuse me.
We're about to start. So
a little shout out to V Fens as well. He came in the top 5 for McLaren Shadow, so really good job from him.
Yeah, he was. I think in his races, in his the sim races, he was 3rd in those. Whereas obviously in the real life one, he was last, so that put him into 5th place. But that I am still proud of. I'm still proud of him. He's done well, and he got a bit of recognition from the commentators. Pretty much, I think twice or 3 times. Seeing as I think he was one of the most improved on the sim as well. So they've been saying that it's not going to be the last we see from him. That's what they said. So yeah, I hope we see Fens in more esports stuff, but we'll see. But yeah, good job, Fens, if you're watching. We're proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably be in the commentary box next
year.
Before the stream. Yeah, next year, which sounds ridiculous, but yeah, because it's actually going to be the last Oceania stream for 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
I'll check my calendar, but yeah, I think it is 2 weeks, but I will...
It's probably 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, because I have it on my phone. Yeah, no, the first race back is on the 5th of January.
Oh, so it'll be 3 weeks.
Yeah. No. Yeah, 3 weeks today.
Okay, so yeah.
I'm waiting until we get to the formation lap until we get the screen up. So just give us a moment. But yeah. So basically next week, in about 2 or 3 weeks we'll be in Japan, and then it will be Mexico, then USA, then Brazil, then Abu Dhabi. I think that's right. So I can't believe how fast this season has gone, Charlie. But there's been some very good races this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite 21 races as well, so this is actually the longest season that we're going to be doing, I think. Oh, apart from last season. Last season was exactly the same.
No, last season I think there was only 10 races.
Oh, apart from that, wait, F1 2018.
There was 2. There was the last one, which was 10, and then the other one was the full 21. Okay,
so this is going to be the second longest season that we've had. For Oceania, and next season next season is actually going to be 10 races, do you reckon, as well?
It depends when the game
Cody's comes out, yeah.
That's why it was meant to be longer than that, but obviously the game came out really early, so yeah.
I mean, either way, the formation lap has begun, so we actually are going to get this race underway. And looking at the tyre compounds, Jess, it looks like everyone has started on the softs, apart from Icarus and Icarus. So Icarus, go on the mediums. He could actually be on a... Well, this is probably the strategy that he should go on to if he wants to try and get P2. So he's going to give it a go and see what he gets up to.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to help his teammate more than anything as well, because obviously with Alan on the softs, he doesn't really want to hinder him at any way in the pit stops, because the dummy doesn't really work around here in any of the tracks, I don't think, like in real life, which is something I would like to see next year in the game. But I think it'll probably be really hard to implement, so that's probably why they haven't implemented as much as we've got. I think we've got a few people on the grid, Commonwealth Straight and Lobster. They got disqualified, I think, in the session. I think they touched each other somehow, but yeah. So soft to mediums is definitely what we're going to go for here. With Ryan in 4th, it's going to... I always say that it's going to be hard for him to... If anyone starts in 4th round here, it's going to be difficult. But for Ryan's standards, he's probably just going to nail it out of the park, I think. But I'm not going to jinx anything there. But Warden's best start in a while as well, so he could try and challenge Alan Hugo maybe, because obviously they want to finish ahead of Haas this season as well. So they can still do it with a few rounds to go. And as all the drivers are having AI control and about to start the race, I'll hand you over to you, Charlie, for the race start.
Thank you. And it looks like there's actually a driver in the game chat. It looks like Luxter wants to do some commentating with us. I'm going to give him the swift mute. I'm very sorry, Luxter, but we don't want to be here.
I forgot to mute. I'm an idiot.
Anyway, 15 drivers on the grid, round 16 for the Russian Grand Prix. The Red Bull driver of Bolo lining up to the grid, and we're going to get this Grand Prix underway. Green flags are waving. 5 lights for the Russian Grand Prix. And away we go. Quite a long wait there. Top Brands actually jump-started, and despite him, he's actually going to fall down the order there. So we got Warden, who's going to be trying to challenge Alan Hugo. Ryan's on the inside of Warden as well. Alan's going to try to defend the inside. Ryan's going to go to the middle, and a bit of contact between Ryan and Warden there. That nearly sent them into the wall. My goodness, we have Master Berserker just diving down the inside of everyone. And he's dropped down into 9th and now 10th. He's got a time penalty as Ryan is going to try and get down the inside of Death Boy. Makes that work. Warden's going to be stuck in there too, all heading towards turn 5. And Top Brand has actually overtaken Warden down the inside to Top Brand into P3. Bullet into 5th now, so good start from him. And Top Brand has actually got a jump through, a jump through penalty. That's a nice one. A jump start, so it's going to be a drive through penalty. So he's going to have to tell at the end of the lap. So Warden will actually have to take P3 off him. Butler's going to take 4th there, and this is a bit of battles behind. There's Icarus and I'm Deathbro there, so Icarus is going to try and get involved on the medium compound tyres there, but that was a little bit dodgy going into turn 2 there. Jess, there was a little bit of contact between Ryan and Warden that could have ended them completely. And then, sorry, Berserk just basically just dived in there and just destroyed everyone. Well, it looks like. I think he's got a bit. I'm not sure if he's got damage, but he has got a penalty from it. So, yeah, not sure what happened there, to be honest.
Turn 3 is. Oh, has Mars Berserk's gone off? I thought he'd gone off a little bit. No, it's Warden. It's Warden.
Warden down at 15. What happened to him?
Yeah, I saw McLaren's spot. I thought it was Mars Berserk for a minute there, but no, it was Warden. I don't know. He's going to the pit lane. So I'm guessing he's got a bit of damage. I'm going to follow him in the pits unless there's any battles going. Actually, we could have a battle with New Zealand Ryan and Alan. As New Zealand Ryan, nope, he doesn't make the move on this corner, but he could make it into turn 3. And let me just quickly jump. Oh, no, I can't go on Warden. Oh, yeah, he has got a front wing change, so he must have damaged it somehow. I didn't see where he damaged it, though, so it'll be interesting to hear from him after the race. And, no, Ryan is not going to make the move yet. He's got plenty of ERS, though, so he could challenge him pretty soon as well. And we could see another move potentially from Mars Berserk and VSR on VSR Roscoe on. But Bazooka's doing well in P8 as well, so he's had a good start. Icarus up into 9th. The Haas Charlie means business.
Go on. Yeah, he's actually gone up quite a few positions now. So, yeah, Icarus could actually begin some good points here today. Berserk, he's in 7th. He's got Bazooka behind him as well. But again, Butler has got a very good start. He's actually in his first podium spot at the moment. So he's doing a good job. Venom as well in a good position on the back of Butler. So those two are going to be battling out for, I think it's going to be one of those two's first podium. That laggy person as well is going to try to get involved in the Ferrari battle. Wallen's already got a time penalty. He's on the hard compound tires now. I'm Death Bro also on the hards, 14, actually 15 seconds behind top banter. So those guys are going to try to take it to the end of the Grand Prix. Ryan and Alan are crossing the line now. 35.6, fastest lap for Alan.
DRS enabled, so New Zealand Ryan.
As Alan is just going all over the shot here. I think he's not close enough, but Venom is trying to get close to Butler now. He's going to dive it down the inside. He's thinking about it. He's getting very close to Butler's gearbox and just about backs out from there. That was quite interesting because Butler actually defended the inside, and then Venom looked like he was going to back out, but then he went to the inside anyway. So he's going to wait another lap. There's a battle between Commonwealth and Icarus there. Icarus has lost his 9th spot. Is he going to try and get it back? He goes down the inside. He does get it, but is he going to get it to the next corner? Goes straight down the inside. He's going to leave a bit of space. But yeah, Icarus has now lost position. A good move from Commonwealth Straight. Icarus down into P10 now. And behind him, he's got Lockster, who's on the soft compound tyres. So, again, he theoretically will be quicker, but we'll see about that later on. Going back up to the front, we got Ryan, 5 tenths behind Alan on lap 3 after 27. And there's a yellow flag, and that looks to be Icarus. No! He's round!
No. Oh, we jinxed him, Charlie.
Oh, no.
Commentator's curse at his finest. I'm so sorry, Icarus. Yeah. A day where Haas need to score big. Can this be the time where Haas loses their chances of taking the fight for another race?
Yeah, I mean, that's a shame. He was actually doing really well too, but unfortunately, he's going to have to drop down. And it looks like if he's going to stay out there, I don't think he got any damage.
Is it possible to tell on this game around here? But
sorry, Venom and the Butler going side by side going into turn 2. Round the outside goes Venom as he actually makes the move stick. He did cut the corner a little bit there, so he might have to give that position back, or he might not, as Butler is going to try and get back onto him. But yeah, Venom ran the outside going into turn 2. It was a great move, but could be a little bit illegal. Not going to lie,
yeah.
It looked a bit illegal. I'm not sure if you caught onto that, Jess, but like person's actually getting involved too. Roscoe, I'm getting involved, Berserk getting involved too. So we've got a 5-way battle for P3, it looks like, and this is going to start getting exciting. And we still got that battle for P1 too. So yeah, Icar was actually on the back of Lockster as well. 2 tenths between those two. Icar was going to try and get some more points for the Williams drivers there. This is going to be a nice DRS train for everyone behind Venom. So Venom in P3, Butler's going to get the DRS. Laggy Person, Roscoe Arm, Master Berserk, all of them getting the DRS going into turn... I need to get my track map up. That is turn 14. Going into turn 15 now. They're actually are they getting close to Ryan? I'm not sure. It's 2.3 seconds. We'll keep it on the gap there. But it's actually 2 seconds now. So maybe they are gaining a little bit of time. Ryan's actually lost a bit of time actually to Alan. I'm not sure what happened there. He's 2 seconds behind Alan. He was actually 2/10 behind Alan last lap. So he might have made a little mistake there.
I think he knows that Haas may need to get a 1-2 in order to clinch for them to keep the title hopes alive. So I'm guessing he's just keeping out of trouble for the moment, knowing that he doesn't have to win to clinch the constructors. So he's just hanging in there at the moment behind Alan, and then he could just push at the end of the race, knowing that he's saved quite a bit of tyres. Well,
yeah, Lucky Person goes.
Oh my word!
Yeah, wow, Lucky Person. Oh, okay, just a little bit more. Take that, says Butler. As he goes to the outside line there, and he's gonna try and get past Lucky Person once again, but Lucky Person just didn't really give him enough room, and then Butler was like, "Here you go, take a bit of that. You're not getting any room either." As he's gonna hold on to P4, Lucky Person is gonna maybe a little bit lack of confidence after that one, as Butler really doesn't want to give this position away. It looks like. Roscoe Arms just chilling behind, obviously the tier coordinator. I'm not sure if he's going to be happy after seeing that one, but yeah, he's going to try to get involved too. Master Berserk as well. And there we go, Lagging Person to the outside, and he makes the move stick. Is Butler going to dive down the inside? He will. He definitely doesn't want to lose this position to the outside. He goes. Lagging Person is going to have the inside, and these guys are really going for it here. Now Roscoe Arms going to dive down the inside of the Butler, as these guys get very close going into turn 16. Lucky Person is going to take P4, then the Butler's going to hold on to P5 as he goes into the penultimate corner now. Master Berserk is going to try to get involved too in P7. He's right in the back of Roscoe Arm now, so all of these guys are going to get the DRS. Butler's going to try and get past Lucky Person once again after those guys having a little bit of button there. Lucky Person goes to the inside to try and cover the slipstream back to the racing line, and none of these guys look to be going for a move on that straight, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But Butler cutting the corner a little bit there into turn 3, the long left-hander of oh, this is turn 3 apparently, so that's definitely not right, but either way, and there we go. Oh, Butler nearly hit the rear of that Laggy Person.
Oh, it may be my misjudge of the geometry of the track, so I do apologise. I don't know.
Either way, I mean, these guys are getting very close to each other now. That Laggy Person nearly just took out that Laggy Person. So
wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, nearly. Not took out, but nearly.
Laggy Person took out that Laggy Person?
Oh, no, the Butler nearly took out that Laggy Person.
That's why I was a bit confused. I was like, what? Oh, Charlie. For a moment, New Zealand Ryan did close into Alan, but he didn't for a moment. As Butler's going to try and go for a move again, and does he do it? He's going to try and go around the. Is it out the edge? The outside.
Oh no! Oh,
that was close or contact.
Oh no!
A bit of contact there. I think that's Roscoe Arm that's been caught up. Oh, he almost touched Bazooka. He needs to wait. Obviously, I think he did. Icarus got a time penalty. That's not going to affect him that much. I think Roscoe Arms. Yeah, he's got damage. I think just a little bit, so not a lot. It could have been a much worse situation, but it looks like he's got a bit of damage. I think he's going to dive it into the pit. No, he's not. All right, okay, so it might be minor damage. It looked like he had wing damage, but I'm guessing it's quite minor. It might be my eyesight, I don't know, but yeah. It looked like...
dear. Sorry, Jess. I mean, Berserker's just hit the back of the Butler there. I was quite at high speed as well, so could be a little bit of damage for Berserk. I don't think so, but I think he's actually going to still have a full front wing as he loses the back end a bit there. But yeah, Roscoe Arm's going to be struggling with the grip. You could see when we were going on board with him, he's just struggling with the back end. Going back on board with Master Berserk. Going into turn 7, heading into turn 8 and 9. So Berserk's going to get a bit more DRS going into after this corner here. Butler's actually fallen 2 seconds behind that Laggy Person now, so that's a little bit unfortunate for Butler, but he's still holding a good position for P5, and again, tyre penalties is going to be quite a big factor. There goes Berserk to the outside of that of the Butler. He's going to defend that Butler, and he's going to take the outside, and Berserk is going to take P5. So, yeah, I'm struggling today. You can take over, Jess.
don't worry, Charlie. We all have those moments at the moment. But yeah, Butler, I think when we saw that move earlier on, it looked like that 3 or 4 wide couldn't go. But Butler's going to try again onto the final corner. But I think Mars Berserk just holds on and takes P5 from him. Is Butler going to have the entry coming into the DRS strip? We do have a yellow flag. I'm not sure who that was, but I will go on board with that in a minute as Butler tries to go around the left-hand side into turn 1. The camera's not giving a closer eye on what's happening here, but here we go. A sweeping move from Butler, wow. He just looked so committed on that corner. Shame the camera didn't caught that much of it, but it happens. Mars Berserk is fighting back though at the Butler as yeah, they're going to be fighting for most of the race and Ryan getting a penalty. So that might change a bit on the race, I don't know. But, oh, he touched Butler, Mars Berserk. Oh, my God. That almost ended in damage there. I think Mars Berserk I think he wants that position. He's getting a bit too aggressive. He's trying to go for dive bombs by the looks of it, Charlie. But, yeah, he's got the DRS open, so he's going to try and make the move that Butler was trying to do earlier on. So here we go, he's going to try and make the lunge now. He's got DRS. I don't think Butler has DRS, so Mars Berserk makes the move. Yes, he does. Quite comfortably, in fact, but this will allow Butler to challenge him potentially at the next DRS straight. But, yeah, those two are definitely rivals in this race, I must say.
Yeah, I mean, Butler, Berserk, they're not letting each other get these positions. Lap 9 out of 27, we're a third of the way through the Russian Grand Prix. Laggy person is now into the pit lane. So the first driver to pit strategically. So a few drivers might want to follow him into the pit lane. He goes medium compound tyres for the Ferrari driver. Out of the pit box he goes. So where is he going to come out on track? That's going to be quite interesting. Butler and Berserk going down the inside. Is the Butler on the McLaren driver. And Berserk is just about going to hold on to that position. But going to go to the long left-hander now. Is Butler going to try to hold around the outside? He's not alongside him just yet. But he could be diving one down the inside. He's thinking about it, but no, he's just going to back out for now. So the Butler, he really doesn't want to be giving this position away, does he, Jess? But Laggy person actually comes out in P9, so he's got a massive gap between Laggy person and he's got a massive gap between himself and top banter. So he got a lot of clean air that he can try and push now, and then hopefully he can undercut a few drives ahead of him. It's going to be quite interesting to see where he comes out though, Jess. Where was he? It was P6? P5? Or was it P4? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I think it was P4.
Yeah, that will be interesting to see where the other drivers will come out ahead of that laggy person. That laggy person will probably be helping his teammate out as well. That's why he went out first, I think. So then if Ryan has to respond to any undercut from the drivers ahead of him or behind him, then he can do it. And here he goes. Right, he's just done just that. He's into the pits. And so is Venom as well. So I think Venom might be responding to Ryan. I don't know. So here comes Ryan with his mediums.
That was unsafe release.
that would have been an unsafe release in real life, but luckily in the game it's ghosted. So thank goodness for that, because otherwise it would have ended in a shunt. But obviously New Zealand Ryan coming ahead of Venom. Mars Berserk's in the pits. Butler in the pits as well. Hopefully none of these guys have got hold up in any way, because the gap's pretty much the same between Butler and Mars Berserk. So they're going to have a battle towards the end, and we got a yellow flag in sector 1. Who is that? It's not telling me. It's not telling me what the yellow flag is for.
I've got no idea.
I've got no idea at the moment, but let's not concentrate on that. So obviously Venom's got ahead of that laggy person. Mars Berserk is just, well, I think that laggy person was ahead of Mars Berserk anyway. So yeah, the undercut worked for that laggy person. On that, Warden making a move on Icarus. So Icarus dropping down to P12. So that is not where he wants to be right now. Just a quick update on the constructors. Haas need to get a 1-2 today, I believe, in order to keep the title fight alive. If they don't, even if Alan wins, if Icarus doesn't get P2, the constructors will fall to the Ferrari. But we'll do the maths at the end just to be sure that we got this right. So, yeah.
Yep. As Alan is now into the pit lane. So, what is the gap going to be between Ryan and Alan? Bazooka is going to stay out on track, so this could be quite interesting for a little bit of traffic, maybe. Alan, good pit stop from there. I actually want to see unsafe releases on F1 2020.
No.
I think it could add a little bit of randomness, just like the DRS braking, but yeah, it'll be frustrating, but that's kind of what the drivers have to experience if you think about it. It's not their fault that it's going to be an unsafe release. There we go. Alan is now still ahead of Ryan, but the gap has definitely closed. The gap was like 2 seconds, I think it was.
No, it's less than that. It's 8 tenths. It was 2 seconds.
It was
before.
2 seconds, but now it's
2 seconds.
Tenths,
It's now 7 tenths. So Ryan lap before Alan pitted was that. Let me just have a quick look at Ryan's lap. Actually, no, I can't because obviously he was in the pit. So I will check it after the end of this lap to see, or you can check, Charlie, at the end of this lap what lap he set for Ryan, and then in the lap's time after that we'll check Alan's and then see what happens. Because yeah, we could see a battle with Alan, and don't forget Ryan's got a penalty. So I don't think Alan has. So Alan will still be ahead even if Ryan overtakes him. So, but I don't think it matters where Ryan ends up right now. But he wants to keep the glory of not finishing lower than second. But at the moment he's still got to keep it. He's running out of VRS though, 6%. So he needs to save a little bit. He is trying to save as much as he can now. But yeah, I'm sure he doesn't need to push that much right now. But he's got to make sure he can still see Alan in front of him.
Yeah, I was just looking at Ryan's ERS here. He's actually a lot lower than Alan's ERS, so that's going to be another factor we have to take into account there. Bazooka into the pit lane, so that means that these guys are going to go back to the positions that they normally were. New Zealand ran with a fast lap of 35.2, so he is catching up to Alan, but it's going to be a tough fight for Ryan because he's low on that ERS. Alan doing a little bit of weaving to try and break the
Bazooka in the pits.
2. Where is Bazooka going to come out and try? There we go. It's a time penalty for Alan. So I think these two both have time penalties, so they're both equal now. I think. Where's Bazooka coming out on track? He's going to come out and it looks like P7, and it is P7. Yeah, so Bazooka doing a very good job at the moment. And I think, yeah, the gap between Venom and that laggy person, I can't actually see the gap between those two because there's a lovely green arrow just blocking the way.
Yeah, it is hard.
Can you see the gap? I'm guessing you can't see the gap.
I can't. Mine's still saying a green arrow as well. Icarus gets another penalty. And as Gaming Anamonda says, that has to be annoying. Oh god, I can't believe I said that. Sorry.
Oh well, let's continue.
Sorry.
Ryan, Alan, still on the back is Alan is Ryan there going into turn 15, going into turn. No, sorry, that's turn 13 into turn 14 now. So yeah, Ryan is definitely keeping up with Alan quite a little bit here. Both of them saving quite a lot of ERS too. So when one of them pass, they're going to be using that ERS. I'm suspecting they're going to start using it on the straight as we go into the final corner to start lap 14. Nope, that was to start lap 13 actually. Never mind. As Berserker's got a 3-second time penalty. I think Warden's making moves at the back as well. Warden now in at P8. I don't think Ryan's going to be close enough to making a move on Alan, and he's not, so he's probably going to have to wait another lap to get past. We've seen a lot of this, haven't we, Jess? We're going to have to wait another lap for an overtake. We're going to have to wait another lap for the DRS to activate. It's what we've seen it a lot between these two, especially because I think these guys want to make sure it's safe.
Italy, especially.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
that was good.
And he's got that. No, not the back. So he's got the straight with the DRS, and it's got the straight towards the Scari. If you can't make it there, you have to probably wait another lap. But yeah, I think that's how it goes really. And laggy person's off. Where is he going? Nope, that's lag. Of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't lag. Oh, he is lagging a little bit. Or it might be just the ball, because obviously these guys are in Australia. We are in cold England. So, you know, I don't know, but it might be just him lagging. I don't know. But hopefully it's not him lagging in general. Hopefully the drivers could still race them. But Ryan is still about 5 attempts. I think he's got enough to try and see if he can catch Alan. Alan's on 56, so Alan could be starting to push a little bit. The closest battle on circuit at the moment. And Icarus got a time penalty as well. I think everyone has probably got time penalties in one shape or another. So we are starting to see quite a bit here as Ryan's dropped back. Warden.
Berserk. Oh, it's the same on Berserk screen. So the laggy person's actually desyncs on everyone else's screen. So it's not just us. Berserk had to dive down the inside of laggy person's, and now laggy person's actually lost the position. And Berserk just literally had to just get past. Oh, and laggy person's teleported. It's what game is it? It's like F1 2017 all over again. A lot of desyncing between those.
Right, ignore that for the moment. It's going to be very confusing, I think, for a little bit. But
is he still desyncs?
Yes.
He's okay now. Hopefully that'll sort itself out. I think we saw a little bit of lag from that laggy person. What a coincidence. Well,
yeah,
the thing
definitely.
Thing is, between that laggy person, he's not even laggy most of the time, but now he's laggy. So yeah.
Alan's going to be ahead of Ryan again. Ryan's got a penalty again.
Has he? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's on 6 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Wow. So that's going to be quite interesting. Ryan needs to get past Alan, build that 3-second gap, and needs to make sure that he keeps it. So Mossberg actually got up into P4 for a second, but then he's dropped down into P5. He's now 10 seconds behind that laggy person, so that's going to be quite unfortunate for him. But we're over halfway through this Grand Prix now, heading on to lap 15. Alan coming through the final corner. He's got a car ahead of him, and it looks like, is that Lockster? It is Lockster, yeah. So yeah. Lockster's first race, unfortunately, his last, and he could be getting overtaken, unfortunately. But anyway, Ryan, DRS enabled. He's gaining a lot on the Haas drive onto this straight, but not enough to make the move going into turn 2, turn 3, whatever turn. But either way, into the long left-hander. He's going to probably have to wait another lap. Is there anyone at the back that we can have a look at? We've got Wascom and Icarus. I think we're a little bit late for that one, but Wascom just went down the inside of Icarus, so Icarus now down into P13. And where is that's the closest battle we got is probably for the battle from the lead, and Lost has actually got a 3-second time penalty now. So yeah, it's gonna be actually Berserk's doing quite well. He's on the hard compound tires. I don't know why he went onto the hards, but he's on the hards. He's going to take that to the end of the Grand Prix. Warden as well, same strategy as on Death, but both of those two on the medium compound tires, and both of them pit on lap 1. So those two are going to be quite close to each other at the end of the Grand Prix. That laggy person now with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, who has not pitted yet. I don't think Ikawas has.
Ikawas and Icarus have not pitted yet. Okay,
so those guys will have to pit later on, and they'll probably maybe get lapped. Let's go back on board with Ryan and Alan. I mean, these two now 0.3 of a second behind each other into the penultimate corner. He goes into the final corner now. New Zealand Ryan is going to try and get past. It looks like 0.4 of a second coming straight with now a 3-second time penalty. Ryan's a lot closer to Alan than he has been before. So DRS enabled. Alan's going to try and break the slipstream. It looks like he's going to stay in the middle of the track, and Ryan's going to be gaining. Is it going to be enough to try and make the move going into the next corner? Thinking about it, but no, he doesn't. So again, he's going to have to wait another lap. 11 laps remaining of the Russian Grand Prix, and Ryan is getting ever so closer to the Haas driver ahead of him. But if he stays at P2, Ferrari will win the Constructors' Championship anyway. So doesn't need to make any risks, or he can just do it for self-pleasure. Who knows? What do you think, Jess? What would you do in this situation?
I think I will, if I was Ryan, and if I want to win the Constructors, don't take any risks yet, because you still obviously, he's won the title, and he's got the Constructors, and he knows basically what Haas need to do is Haas needs to win every race with the fastest lap also going to the Haas as well. So even if he doesn't win it, the Constructors this race, he can win it next race, more likely. So he I'm almost certain that, no offence, but I'm almost certain that the Ferrari is going to take the title.
Yeah,
it's just, but I think it's most likely going to be here, to be honest, not going to lie, because I don't think Icarus is going to gain like 20 seconds in 10 laps. Unless he does a math. You never know, he might. Actually, no, let me look at the gap, actually. 45 seconds to Alan.
Oh.
No. Oh, Ryan's going to have a go for a move into turn 1. He's been closer and closer since the last few laps, and he did get past, unfortunately. He couldn't quite do it. We'll see as he goes through the sweeping right-hander here, as I think, Ryan was almost going to try and go for a move there. He's going to try and go move into turn 4. No, he doesn't quite do it, but that was the closest Ryan has been to Alan so far in these last couple of laps. So we now have to wait another lap, Charlie. But he was close. And Ryan is at the moment. Ryan's going to get that extra point for fastest lap at the moment. He's set the fastest lap on the mediums. But don't forget, Kaiwas and Icarus, they're on the softs now. They've just peered onto the softs, so they can still the point away from New Zealand Ryan, in order to make sure that a couple of points do go to the Haas drivers. There's no other battles going on at the moment. I think it's just between the leaders. I think that's what we've seen in Italy, where I think we were mainly following the leaders as well. So, but it's nice to do that. It's nice to do that. I do remember a few races in real life where it was like that for a while, like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton in Monaco. That was quite tense. I remember watching it. And I was like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Well, Ryan's going to have a go again. I don't think he's going to do it, because I think Alan's got that good straight line speed. Is Ryan going to get the better exit into turn 1? We'll see. He is. He's going to get the right-hand side. Oh, can Alan? He's got to defend here. And wow, Alan's defending that really well. He's hold on quite nicely here. Actually, not quite nicely. Very nicely, in fact. Can Ryan have a go again going into turn 3? No, he can't, so he's staying behind Alan for now, but Alan is definitely pulling up all the stops, Charlie. He's doing very well.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan just trying to find a space where Alan's struggling. I mean, going into turn 1, you saw Ryan going to the inside there, but Alan just had the raw speed going onto the outside, and then he's going to have the inside going into the long left-hander, as Loxter's now retired from the session. But yeah, Alan is he's doing quite well for defending wise. Let's see if he can do it again. 4 tenths between these two. See what's enabled once again for Ryan. I don't think he's going to be close enough to try and make a move going into here, so I have to wait until straight onto the next lap, as we're going onto lap 19 after the end of this sector.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Nah, it's just people moving out of the way, I think.
Actually, yeah, Lockster is... who was that? I think we can go on board with... it's probably been cleared. Loxter was actually in the middle of the track there, lost his tyre, so he's actually had a crash. He didn't retire in the pit lane or anything, so yeah, it's unfortunate for him. Anyway, right onto the back straight. He's actually short-shifted up to 4th there. Yeah, he short-shifted up to 4th to try and get a better run, so he's doing everything to try and get past Alan here. Alan's going to have the outside, so Ryan going to go to the inside here. We've seen Alan try and defend it on the outside before. Is he going to be able to do it again? Ryan makes the move stick, but then Alan's going to get the better run here, so he's going to go to the outside line. Ryan's going to have the inside line to the long left-hander, but is it going to be enough? Alan tries to stay in the slipstream. He does a little bit of a lift, I think, going into the next corner. He dives it down the inside, and it's going to always contact. And that could have ended really, really bad. Luckily, Alan just about backed out. There was a bit of contact, but any other slight mistake there, that could have ended really badly. But yeah, Ryan is now winning the Grand Prix, Jess.
That was a save and a half from Alan. If he had more of a touch there, he would have ended his race, which we don't want to happen. So that is impressive from Alan. So we don't need to do maths here. If Ryan stays well, actually, can he check penalties for a second? Because Alan will still be ahead of Ryan, I think, because Ryan's got more penalties.
Yeah, Alan's only got 1 penalty, Ryan's got 2, so...
Yeah.
Ryan needs to gain 3 seconds on Alan if he wants to keep this position, or Alan needs to get a penalty. I didn't actually see how many warnings Alan's got. Let me have a quick look at that. He had a penalty on 1 warning, so... I'm guessing he's got 2 warnings. Is that how it works? I think you get 3 warnings, and then another one is a penalty, I believe. Okay. So yeah, I mean, looking at the rest of the drivers, a lot of drivers have got penalties. So right now, Ryan needs to get 3 seconds ahead of Alan. If he doesn't, then Alan will win the race. If Alan gets a time penalty, then it's going to be down to track position. So we're going to see how this battle occurs. Nice to see some more battles at the front, though. We've seen that quite a few times recently. A few battles at the front. I mean, early on in the season, we didn't even talk about Ryan, basically, because he was about 20-ish seconds ahead of everyone. But we've got 7 laps remaining of the Russian Grand Prix. Let's stay away from these guys for a little bit. We've got Top Banter in 7th.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, he's in 8th, and he's going to try a battle for 7th there. 6/10 of a second behind Bazooka. And Bazooka's doing a really good job as well, so he's going to try and defend this position off Top Banter. Top Banter on more used, older compound tyres compared to Bazooka. And Alan is now 2/10 behind Ryan, so those guys are going to be trying to overtake each other into the back straight. Top Banter missing the apex a little bit there between for the battle for P7. We've got a battle for P12 as well. Icarus is catching up to Kairos there. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any points, it looks like. Who knows? Maybe there could be a few points if someone crashes. Hopefully I haven't jinxed anyone. But yeah, Top Banter down the inside of Bazooka. And he makes the move stick. So Bazooka down into 8th now. Top Banter into 7th. Back up to the front. Alan DRS enabled for himself. And I don't think he's going to make the move here. He's put it into the lowest DRS mode. So I don't think he wants to go for it. Maybe he knows that Ryan's got that penalty now. Maybe he's asked old Jeffrey about the penalty of the driver ahead of him. But yeah, I'm guessing that's what he's done. So he could just stay behind and just chill for now. Unless he really wants to make the move and make a statement to the Ferrari driver. I mean, next season, if these guys are going to race with each other, then it's going to be a lot closer, I think, because Alan did join mid-season. He didn't start racing at the start of the season. So, yeah, I mean, the battle between these two in the championship, if they do race next season, is going to be a lot closer. It's going to be better. But back to the back of the field, that made a lot of sense. Icarus is now 12th. And he's made the move on Kairos, and both of these drivers are the soft compound tyres. So those two are going to have a nice little battle. Alan again on the DRS straight, getting on Ryan. Getting a lot on Ryan, actually, going into the next corner, but it's not going to be enough to make the move there. Back to P7. Bazooka's actually fallen behind Top Banter a little bit, so maybe that could be a battle that's not going to happen very soon. I mean, Warden's in P9, 2.1 seconds behind Bazooka, but he's on 19 lap old hard compound tyres, and Bazooka is on 9 lap old medium compound tyres, so that battle might not be happening. Back onto the battle for P1 and P2. Is this going to be the lap that Alan can make the move? 4/10, 3/10 now between these two. Ryan's going to try to break the slipstream. Alan's going to follow him. DRS enabled. Is he going to go to the outside? He is going to go to the outside. It's Alan. He's going to try to get the switch back, try to get the better run. Looks like he has got the better one, so now he's going to go to the inside of the Ferrari driver. Now to the inside he goes with the long left-hander. Ryan is going to go to the outside now, as I think Alan lost a little bit of grip there on the inside. Nearly contact once again, but Alan can't make the move on Ryan. These guys are getting a little bit too close now, Jess.
Yeah, they are. I think, you know, Alan wants it. I know he wants it on track as well, and it's going to make a difference. Now I'm going to see what the standings, constructed standings, end up if it was that. So in a minute, but I'll do that in a minute anyway. But it is looking in Ferrari's favour anyway, because obviously Ryan is going to be second due to penalties. Roscoe Arm is in the pits. He's going on the softs as well, so he wants a bit of fastest lap glory, even though I don't think any of the guys are going to get a point due to the fact that they're so far back as well. I'm impressed with Mars Berserk. He's been on the hards. I was quite shocked that he was on the hards, and he's still pushing. He's in 5th place. So one of those guys, like Warden last week, he went on the hards. He gambled to go on the hards, and he's playing it safe, but he's still going to get some decent amount of points. So it just goes to show, never give up. And Mars Berserk he's probably going to be impressed with his hard strategy, because he's doing well, and but he's got 2.5 seconds between him and Butler, but Butler might be struggling a bit on those mediums, so I'm guessing Mars Berserk will have a little bit more of an advantage. But let's watch Alan then, as Alan was very close to Ryan on that lap. We'll see. No, Ryan's backed out a little bit. So, yeah. No, not Ryan's backed out. Ryan defending, sorry. But there we go. They do mean business around here. And, yeah, it's going to be close next season. I'm almost certain of it. Because I was speaking to Alan early on in the week after he did a great performance this season. And this is his first season with no line. So, obviously, he had a shaky start of the season to the game cycle. But he's going back to what he was when he was with line. But obviously, he's now with no line. And he's been impressing me ever since, and he's been challenging quite a lot. So you can tell he's practiced. He's going to have a try and have a go again, but Ryan defends to the inside, so there we go. So Ryan still holds on, so we're going to have to wait another few corners, Charlie, before they can make the move again. But, yeah, Alan is on to this.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, he's in P2 now, 4 laps remaining of the Russian Grand Prix. I'm death row, time penalty there. 21 laps Death Row and Warden have been on those hards. It's impressive. I mean, they do last for a very long time. But they honestly must feel so rubbish right now, those hards. So, yeah, good job for those guys keeping the hards on. Alan and Ryan still battling it out. No, they can't get past each other there. Bazooka in P8 has got a 3-second time penalty now. Let's see the time penalty with Warden and Bazooka then. So Bazooka's got 3 penalties actually, and Warden's got 1, 2, 3 as well. So those guys are going to be down to track position, it looks like.
Yeah.
And there's a battle here for P6 and P7. The Butler and Top Banter. I didn't see this one coming. Both these guys on exactly the same compound attire, same life. Compound attire 2. So it looks like Tom Banter's made the move quite easily on Butler. So he's going to be up into P6 with 3 laps to go. Let's have a look at those guys. Time penalties there. Tom Banter. Oh my goodness me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Tom Banter's got 6. Butler's got none.
Wow. How?
Well, well, let's not. We won't comment about that just yet. It could definitely change. Was that Roscoe one with the fastest lap? I think I just saw.
Let me check the fastest lap quickly. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, he has got fastest lap. 1:33.7. And we got a yellow flag instead to 3. No, but it's not telling me. It's probably someone in the pit lane. Actually, no, they weren't. But anyway, I think Alan's dropped back a bit from New Zealand Ryan, so I think Ryan must know about the penalty situation. So, yeah. We could see a point where in 2 weeks we could have 2 titles decided already with pretty much not that long to go until the end. That's crazy. That is crazy.
What's the next track as well? Is it Japan?
Yeah, Japan is on the 5th of January, which will be the first race back. So, yeah,
first race of the new decade as well.
Yeah, that is a good point. 2020. So I'm excited to see what it brings. I love Japan anyway, but we'll talk about that later on in the stream. But yeah, I love Japan as a track, so I'm looking forward to it. But a couple more laps of this one. I've decided I'm not going to do maths here because everyone's got penalties. So I'm going to wait until they're all across the line before I do maths for the constructors, just to make sure that we're almost certain that Ferrari will clinch it. I think they will, almost certainly. But everyone's made their stops, and I'm amazed I'm Deathrow still going to get a point after this. Because, that is probably one of the contenders for drive of the day if he keeps this up, because he's keeping out of trouble. And New Zealand Venom could be on for a podium too, so that'll be good unless he doesn't get penalties. But Top Banter's close to Master Berserk again. That could be another battle. Probably the closest battle on track for the last, I think on the final lap now. Yeah, not the final lap, penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. And yeah, Alan is not going to challenge Ryan for the move yet, so we'll have to wait again.
Still got 2 laps to go. Alan just needs to keep doing what he's doing, and he's still going to get P1. But it looks like Jess It's going to be a Ferrari Constructors Championship. So Icarus is in P12. The maths is confirmed, I hope. But yeah, I mean, it was going to be a 1-2. Right, Alan's going to take P1 and Ryan's going to take P2. So, and Icarus is not going to score any points, unfortunately. So it is going to be a Ferrari Constructors Championship. And
don't announce it yet.
I won't announce it just yet.
Because anything can happen. It's not over until the chicken flag falls. So basically, I think if both the Ferrari drivers might need to retire, if Haas still needs to have a chance, but that's not going to happen because they're both quite fast. So yeah, Ryan needs to push Alan into a mistake right now if he wants to keep the win, but he's still going to get P2 anyway, unless Venom doesn't have a penalty. So yeah, as Ryan is going to come across the line, he's got a Ghost in front of him. I think it's Kaiwas or Cornwall Straight, one of those two. But yeah, as Ryan is going to start the final lap of the race then. And yeah, not much overtaking this race, but more action up front. It's been good, and this will be, I think, the second or third season in a row where Ryan has been in the winning constructors car. So yeah, because obviously Ryan joined late last season, but he still managed to clinch the title with Alan. Alan Hugo was his teammate, so well, Alan. Sorry, I called him Alan Hugo this race, and not just you, Charlie. But there we go. So yeah. So obviously, I think in season 3, Ryan won it with Tim and Marduk, the constructors for Ferrari, and then he's won it again with Alan Hugo in last season. So he's going to win it again this season. So that is...
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's just been loving these trophies, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I think, safe to say, Ryan's had a great AOR. Well, it could be just the beginning maybe for Ryan with all these AOR wins so far as he comes into the final few corners. The gap is 2 seconds now, so Ryan's actually going to try and push for this lap. He could even get the win if he actually pushes another 8 or 7 tenths actually. He's actually gaining a lot. But anyway, going through the final corner.
Ooh,
this is going to be quite close. It's actually now 5 tenths. But into the final corner now, Ryan is going to come through the final corner across the line. He's going to win the Russian Grand Prix on track. But is Alan going to try and get it back? He does.
1 attempt.
Seconds. He just about, Ryan literally went for it on the final lap, but unfortunately he just needed probably one more sector and he would have got it. But Alan takes home the win for the Russian Grand Prix. Ryan
wait
takes
for a
second.
Laggy person needs to cross the line, and then I'll do some maths. Oh,
there it goes, and Laggy person.
Is that donuts? Is that donuts? Right.
I guess that counts as a donut. Venom.
Oh my God.
Takes P3. As
what?
Oh dear.
What is going on
close.
With the car? Right. Okay. So just to be sure that we've got it correct then. So Ryan scored 18 points. Laggy person has scored 12. So that will put them on to 30 points. So I'll do plus 4. I think it was 454 points they had before. So they will be on 484 now. And Haas, they've got the win. So it'll be... I'm just going to get it on my sticky note. Live maths on AOR, ladies and gentlemen, and we got 190 plus 25, because obviously Alan, he was the only one to score. Hold on a minute, why is it not letting me do maths? No. 190 plus 25 is 250. Oh! Okay, so on 215 points, and with Ferrari on 405. So I'm going to do the maths.
Oh.
190 is the gap.
Is that a GG then?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how many rounds, but... Well, I think it's safe to say, if it's not done this race, it will be done in Japan. Almost certainly.
No, I'll work this out. I'm gonna try this. So, I don't know where to start.
So 484 is what Ferrari have got this race. After this race, sorry. And 215 is what Haas got.
So what was it?
84.
484 minus, and what was it? What did Haas have?
215.
215 equals 269. So the max that you can get in one race is 43.
Yeah.
So 43 times 5. Oh my god, 43 times 5 equals 215. So they've done it. Ferrari have done it.
Congratulations to
So there we go.
Ferrari. There we go. It's official now. It's official.
But AOR Charlie standards. So
yeah. Sorry they took. So we wanted to be sure because we didn't want to declare it on stream, and then be wrong. So
yeah.
Ferrari have done the. Ryan has done the double. That laggy person's got his first title of Oceania, so he'll be happy with that. And the drivers will be on a 3-week break. Well, technically 2, because obviously we've got next week and the week after. So they will be using it to recharge their batteries and then get set for next year in Japan. And we've got more. We got the final races of the decade later on tonight with PS4 7 with Gaming Alamonda and Andy. I think Andy will be here tonight. We got 8 o'clock with PC, F1, and then all the other non-stream tiers as well as F2 and F3 for PC and PS4. And we got Xbox F1 at 9 o'clock. So if you want more action in Russia, make sure you tune in then. So yeah, that was a good race to end off the decade, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, 3 weeks is going to feel like so long, but yeah, I mean, to everyone, I hope you have a good break. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year. And yeah, we'll see you all in 2020. That feels really weird, but we'll see you all in 2020 for the Japanese Grand Prix. Goodbye.
Bye.